look in the mirror, man, you're so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now because this is not the show for you. Now, what I'm going to be talking about in this particular video, I want to show you why, again, you cannot approach today's modern day women, black women in particular, because they serve no purpose now when it comes to traditional relationships. And I'm going to break that down for you right quick. Excuse me. Before I do, hit the notification bell. Select the option that says all so that you will be informed of all my new content. Now, let me go ahead and get into this thing, man. I want you to hear this moron. I keep saying that, I mean modern woman. I want you to hear what she has to say. All right. As I always say, let's get it.
I said I refused to do 50-50 and it got the men emotional. So let's talk about it. The first thing is that maybe I'm just not in your socioeconomic class. Maybe I'm just out of your league. You could say, well, if you're so out of my league, why was your smoke alarm going? Because the battery ran out. It's also a smoke alarm in a house that was built in 1945. That was made out of bricks. It's still made out of bricks. What's your house made out of? Cardboard? But it's just that a lot of you guys are out of my league. Like, what are you talking about? When my mom was married, she never paid a bill. She did not work. She went off and chased her dreams. Because my step-parent fucking stepped up. I loved the role that they were playing. Like, what are we talking about? I'm out of your league. I had a nanny. English is not my first language. My parents met at Northwestern Grad School. I'm a fourth-generation college graduate. I went to the second best boarding school in the whole world. I was able to go to college for free. You're out of my fucking league. And that's okay. Like, just say that. Just say that. But once again, you guys are mad and projecting at women and lashing out at women because you feel like this is a safe space to lash out at women. So keep lashing out. I literally don't care. And I thank you for the engagement. Thank you for the engagement because I'm trying to reach women. But no, like, if I don't want to go 50-50 and that bothers you, it's because you're not in my class. And that's okay. Why are you mad?
On my mind, tell me that you are useless without telling me that you're useless. You see, let me tell you something. First off, that comment she made about her mama having a man who did all this and that. Her mama married a sucker, simp, lame dude. That's who he married. That's exactly what it was. Now, how are you out of my league looking like that? You got a mouth on you. That's obvious. You show up on TikTok, social media, in your hair bunny, and you want to say the things that give you value, that gives you value, is the fact that you got a degree or you're going to college. The same shit we've been hearing for a long time. Now, here it is, y'all. Today's modern day black woman, in my most humble opinion, is completely useless. And if a woman cannot be used, not misused, but used in a relationship, then she's not fit for a relationship. Because there's give and take in every relationship. You get what I'm saying? What we have right now is a bunch of women who just want the man to do everything while she sit back on her ass. That's all it is. Now I want you to hear this woman right here. Another fool. Let's get it.
How can a woman be a submissive woman to a man that wants her to put in 50% on the bills, put in 50% in the gas, put in 50% on the groceries, put in 50% on all the household stuff? We can't be submissive like that. So if you really want a submissive woman, y'all got to step up and be the heads of the household. And that's all to it. A head of the household pays all the bills. The head of the household is a leader. He is a provider. He is a support system. He is a nurturer. That's what he is. So
Excuse me. So in other words, he is an ATM to her. Excuse my allergies, y'all. Check this out now. I cannot stand when they say shit like this. Why? When they say things like, I've been working all day just like the man have. I had other things to do just like the man had other things to do. Why would I give anything back in return? Why would I contribute financially? Excuse me. Why would I do anything other than sit on my ass? You know why? Because since y'all like to talk about slavery all the time, let's talk about slavery. When the women were slaves and the men were slaves, black folks, Mama had to do everything master said, be in that house, cleaning all day, be in the fields, 17, 18 hours, work all damn day. But when she was off work, you know, most times slaves had to sneak and get married. When she got off of work, quote unquote, she still made time to cook a meal, to be a woman around that house. If you know what I'm trying to say about house, how it was in slavery. Wherever they were staying at, she was still performing the duties of a helpmeet. Even under damn near impossible odds and circumstances, she still was able to do that. Now we got black women who are not slaves, who are not underneath that type of oppression, that have every type of convenience underneath the sun. And she's complaining that she has to do anything. She's saying she can't do it because she's worked all day. But then your ancestors worked all fucking day and still was able to do it. Make that make sense, man. I said that for a lot of you people who like to blame slavery for everything. Why don't you ever talk about that? Let's get it.
Until y'all understand that, we're going to continue to get our own bag. We're going to continue to do what we want to do and still keep it respectful. That doesn't mean that we're going to disrespect you as the man, but we can't fully be submissive to a man who is not fully the head of the household. That makes no sense. If you want a submissive woman, that comes naturally.
Oh my, man. Again, back to slavery. The men of the house were not fully men of the house because they had to do whatever master told them to do. He had to leave the house if he wanted to leave, to go do whatever he wanted to do. But he was still treated as if he was the man of the house by the slave women. So again, why are you saying that men are not fully the men of the house based on economics and money, man? Why? You women are so far gone that you are useless. You're useless. The only thing you're good for is smashing and dashing and moving around. Your own life tells you that. You ain't got no man that want to be with you. And it's because of this fucked up attitude you have, man. You don't want to help. We got women who say that they can be submissive when they find the right men. In other words, they can be good helpmeets. How in the hell can you be a helpmeet when you refuse to help? You don't want to help. A woman's supposed to bring money to you, man, among other things. Women have these men brainwashed, think that, no, the man's supposed to do all that shit. No, the women, it's okay for them to bring money to the table and spend that money on that man and kids. That's okay. That's crazy, man. Let's keep going, dog.
To a man who is 100% the head of the household. Y'all want to talk about, oh, well, y'all did so much to fight for women's rights. Y'all did this and y'all did that. Yeah, go to work, get that bag and bring it back home just like I do. So yeah, when I get home, don't think that I'm going to be cooking every single day because I just have to go and put in some work just like you did. Don't think when I get home that everything is going to go your way.
Here it is. The last part where she said, don't think anything's going to go your way, gentlemen. She don't want shit to go your way, man. And again, I'm just saying this. I'm addressing it to the people I always like to bring and say, this is because of slavery. This is because of slavery. How come y'all never talk about this shit I'm talking about right here? What she just said. There were women who were still finding time to cook for the children who were slaves. There were still women who were finding time to respect their husbands, and both of them were slaves. Why don't you ever talk about that? I mean, you can look at historical documentation. I'm not saying this and making it up. You know, you can look it up and look at the relationship between the slave women and the slave men who were secretly married or married, formerly or known to be married. Look it up and see how those women ran their households. Not run, but how they acted in the household. They still allowed the man to be a man underneath the worst conditions known to man. So what it is, it's a bunch of bullshit lie, man. A lot of these women, y'all, they just lazy as hell, man. They don't want to do nothing for you. They're useless, man. I know you don't want to hear it, but it's the truth. I'm going to holler at you later, man. You take it easy now, yeah?